The same Trump rapid response account that once went after your favorite podcaster, me, is now panicking and trying to do cleanup over the Trump health crisis. Quite literally, as Donald Trump was leaving Walter Reed Hospital from his third annual physical in 13 months, the rapid response account started putting out the following posts on X. They put out a screenshot of Breonna Keeler clearly blinking. And they say, Breonna Keeler says nap went perfectly after falling asleep live on air. Rumor is she also failed her cognitive exam, unlike President Trump, whose was perfect. Then they put out a picture of Dana Bash. And they say, again, Dana Bash is looking down in this image. Dana Bash falls asleep ahead of her 55th birthday next month. What is going on? Then they've got Jake Tapper clearly blinking. Flashback, fake Tapper appears to doze off throughout his show. And then they've got one of Dr. Jeremy Faust, who was commenting on Trump's medical exam. He is clearly blinking. And it says, is Dr. Jeremy Faust sundowning? So a couple takeaways. Number one, they are very aware of the concerns about Trump. They know that doctors are saying, Trump's worse at night. Could it be sundowning? They know that their defense of Trump as merely blinking isn't being bought by anybody. And so what they want to do is make you think that just as easily as it looks like Trump is sleeping, but he's really just blinking, they can do the same thing with Dana Bash or Jake Tapper or Breonna Keeler or the CNN guest. But we're smart enough to know the difference. We're smart enough to know that those CNN anchors genuinely were just blinking there, and they haven't fallen asleep on live TV. But here is Trump. And this is, I could show you one of 30 of these. This is Trump actually asleep during a cabinet meeting. He's not blinking.
From both Islamist ideology as well as Islamist terrorists, foreign terrorist organizations, and those who seek to do harm to the American people, many of whom were let in across our borders under the previous administration. We are focused on these tasks and this imperative for the American people, and just appreciate your leadership, Mr.
Folks,
President.
Trump was out. Trump is regularly out. So two important stories here. And I think it's important. We don't want to overstate and we don't want to understate. The fact that they are doing this doesn't mean necessarily that there is more wrong with Trump than we know about, although we suspect there is. But the fact that they're doing these propaganda things doesn't prove anything. But the fact that they're doing it does confirm that they're worried about it. Because if this were a nothing narrative about Trump, if they didn't realize, oh, a lot of people are worried about Trump's health, these videos really don't look good, they wouldn't be doing this. They are suddenly very worried. And of course, the timing is suspect as Donald Trump is quite literally driving back to the White House from Walter Reed from his third annual physical in 13 months, that they start publishing this stuff. Now, I think the miscalculation they're making is that nobody's going to fall for this crap. It's very clear. People, one of the things that humans can do is recognize when basic bodily functions are happening in other humans. Is it possible to pretend to be asleep when you're not? Yeah, actors do it. My toddler daughter has figured out sometimes it's funny to pretend to be asleep, and sometimes they do it successfully, and sometimes we go, I know you're not really sleeping. But they are acting as though they can talk us out of believing that Trump is falling asleep and that he's merely blinking. He's deep in thought. He's looking down. This is how he processes information. But we can tell when humans are sleeping. We're pretty good at this. This is something that's evolved over 250,000 years of modern humans, and they're not going to trick us. So the timing is very suspect. They're worried. They're panicked, and they should be, because this is looking worse and worse. Appreciate you watching. Stick around for this next video, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you actually see our uploads. You can also catch the full podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.